and we're in our final chapter or chapters of Ramananda Samvada. Today we're going to sing a very beautiful bhajan, Dekite Dekite, by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is going to take us to the banks of the Jamuna in his transcendental form. So just let me read the translation, and then our dear Bilvamangala Prabhu, he will sing this very wonderful kirtan. So the translation, this is on page 114, by the way, if anyone's going to follow. So when, before my very sight, will my bodily self-conception disappear? This material impression. Then with my own eyes I shall behold the exquisite beauty of Braj, full of eternal spiritual cognizance and bliss. At that time I shall take birth in the village of Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and my marriage will occur in Javat. My sole disposition and character will be that of a Braja Gopi. Any other mood will not remain. When shall I obtain, by the power of Radha's mercy, my perfected spiritual body, my perfected spiritual name, and my own form and dress? True initiation into the realm of Krishna Prem. When will I go to draw water from the Jamuna? I shall understand the confidential mellows of the divine couple's loving affairs. Being overwhelmed with Prem, I shall sing Sri Radha's glories, just like a mad woman. So these are Bhaktivinoda Thakur's moods. And always to enter into any bhajan, my Gurudev has described, we need to enter into the moods of the person's heart they are manifesting from. These are manifesting from the heart of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So we are remembering Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his moods here. Okay, Bilvaji.
Go line by line.
Yes.
Dandavat pranams to Bhaktivedanta Tridandi Goswami Maharaj, and my Dandavat pranams to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So we shall begin. And all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is the author of this song, and it is taken from the book called Gita Mala. Dekite dekite bulibo vakabe nijastula parichay. Dekite dekite bulibo vakabe nijastula parichay. Nayane heribo brajapura shobha nitya chidanandamoy. Nayane heribo brajapura shobha nitya chidanandamoy. Nitya chidanandamoy. Nitya chidanandamoy. Nijastula parichay. Nitya chidanandamoy. Nitya chidanandamoy. Nijastula parichay. Vrishabhanupure janmaloibo javat vivahabe. Vrishabhanupure janmaloibo javat vivahabe. Brajagopi bhav hoibe swabhav anubhava narohibe. Brajagopi bhav hoibe swabhav anubhava narohibe. अनुभव न रहिबे, अनुभव न रहिबे, यवटे विवाह बे, अनुभव न रहिबे, अनुभव न रहिबे, यवटे निज सिद्ध देहो निज रूप, निज सिद्ध देहो निज सिद्ध नाम, निज रूप स्ववसाना, निज सिद्ध देहो निज सिद्ध नाम, निज रूप स्ववसाना, राधा कृपा भले लोभी भोवा कबे, कृष्ण प्रेम प्रकराना, राधा कृपा भले लोभी भोवा कबे, कृष्ण प्रेम प्रकराना, कृष्ण प्रेम प्रकराना, कृष्ण प्रेम प्रकराना, निज रूप स्ववसाना, कृष्ण प्रेम प्रकराना, कृष्ण प्रेम प्रकराना, निज रूप स्ववसाना, जमुना सलीला आहाराने गिया, बुझिबो जुगल रसा, यमुना सलीला आहाराने गिया, बुझिबो जुगल रसा, प्रेम मुग्ध होए पागलिनी प्राय, गाइबो राधार यशा, प्रेम मुग्ध होए पागलिनी प्राय, राधार गाइबो राधार यशा, गाइबो राधार यशा, बुझिबो जुगल रसा, गाइबो राधार यशा, गाइबो राधार यशा, बुझिबो जुगल रसा, गाइबो राधार यशा, गाइबो राधार यशा, बुझिबो जुगल रसा, गाइबो राधार यशा, गाइबो राधार यशा, बुझिबो जुगल रसा। जय राधे जय कृष्णा, जय राधे जय श्री कृष्णा, जय राधे जय कृष्णा, जय राधे जय श्री कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Nitai Gaura.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Radha, Madan Mohan Radha, Madan Mohan Radhe, Jaya Radha, Madan Mohan Radha, Madan Mohan Radhe, Jaya Radha Vinod Bihari, Radha Vinod Bihari Radhe, Jaya Radha Vinod Bihari, Radha Vinod Bihari Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe. Gaur Premanande, Hari 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 Bol.
Jai Shishi Guru Garanga Ganhavika Giridhari Radha Madan Mohan Ju Ki Jai. Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Asto Tadasara Shishimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Asto Tadasara Shishimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Param Gurudev Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Asto Tadasara Shishimad Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Jagat Guru Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Asto Tadasara Shishimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Paramahamsa Mahabhagavat Srila Gaurikishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Jai Saptam Goswami Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Vaishnav Sabhaboma Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan Gaudiya Vedanta Acharya Ki Jai. Jai Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu Treya Ki Jai. Jai Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Ki Jai. Jai Shri Rup Sanatan Shri Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Sat Goswami Prabhu's Ki Jai. Jai Swarup Damodar Raya Ramananda Gauda Parsada Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Arupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Ananta Kota Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Go Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So today is a very auspicious day. It's the appearance day of Pujapad.
I'm sorry,
Disappearance day. Pujapad
Shri
Bhakti Sharana Shanta Goswami Maharaj. A very remarkable Shishya, disciple of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. So our dear Bilba Mangala Prabhu, he will glorify him for a few moments. Thank you, Bilbaji. Go ahead.
Shri Srimad Bhakti Sharan Shanta Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. So January 31st, 2025 is the disappearance day of Srimad Bhakti Sharan Shanta Goswami Maharaj. He was a dear disciple of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada Saraswati Goswami Thakur. And this is a Bhav Anuvad Katha given by Srila Bhakti Vignan Bharti Goswami Maharaj on his disappearance day. So he was probably one of the oldest disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. So he was born in the Jessore district, now in Bangladesh, in Bodhkana village. So after joining the mutt, he was awarded the name Parananda Prabhu. So one of his services was to perform Arati at the Yogapeeth temple, that is in Mayapur. So at that time, ladies from Vishnu Priya Palli would attend the Arati. Later he went on to Godrum, and even then all the ladies continued to go and see him perform the Arati. So thereafter, due to some reversal or rearrangement, he moved to Bardhaman district and made his ashram in Ahiapur. So when he performed the deity installation there, he decided to take Guru Maharaj, Sri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhava Goswami Maharaj with him. At that time, Guru Maharaj inspired him not to stay there, but rather than to reside in the Dham. So he moved back to Mayapur and made another ashram there. Guru Maharaj would often convince his godbrothers to settle in Mayapur and stay together. So this was the desire of Sri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhava Goswami Maharaj, who was the guru of Srila Bhakti Bharati, Bhakti Vijnan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. So later on, Guru Maharaj urged him to take sannyas from Srila Bhakti Gaurav Vaikanas Goswami Maharaj, and he came to be given the title Sri Bhakti Sharan Shanta Maharaj. He would participate in festivals at our mutt and he would also preach. He desired that Guru Maharaj accept his matta, but he declined the offer as he did not want two mattas in one location, that is in Mayapur. So Guru Maharaj requested him to retain the ownership and promised to provide whatever support would be required. So this way, our mutt in charge used to help him in all possible ways. So eventually he left his body and was given samadhi there in his own mutt in Mayapur. So I never seen Srila, this is Bhakti Vijnan Goswami Maharaj is speaking. I never seen Srila Santa Maharaj engage in a quarrel or argument with anyone. He would not even raise his voice towards his disciples. Most of the time he used to reside in our matta. He was a very loving Vaishnava. I am remembering him on his disappearance day because both appearance and disappearance days of Vaishnavas can bestow auspiciousness. So both of them are equally worthy of worship. Remembrance of Vaishnavas brings auspiciousness and their forgetfulness brings inauspiciousness. Just like the two important rules, one is to always remember Krishna and the other is never to forget Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namah. Dandavats.
Shanta Maharaj ki jai.
Bhakti Shri Srimad Bhakti Sharan Shanta Maharaj Goswami ki jai.
Go Premanandi.
Hari Hari Hari
Bol. Thank you so much, Vilvamangala Thakur Prabhu, for covering us today, honoring this personality. We have been instructed very directly by Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj that without glorifying these personalities on their appearance and disappearance days, it constitutes an offense. And the most remarkable thing is that by doing this, we become familiar with all of our Vaishnava family, with so many of these personalities that we would never even acknowledge particularly. So by doing this, we are increasing the knowledge and appreciation of our Vaishnava heritage. So it's very important, gives us a grounding baseline into our practice and who is our family. So Srila Bhakti Sharan
Shanta Goswami.
Shanta Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Go Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. So now we've come to these questions and answers in our Raya Ramananda Samvada study. Most of scriptures, so many scriptures are in this same format of questions and answers. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj is asking Shukadev Goswami, and Sutta Goswami is answering. In Jaivadama also, Brajanath is asking Babaji, and later on he's asking Gopal Guru Maharaj. So, and throughout in the Vedanta also this prashna, questions, and uttara, which is answers. Sometimes it's described as doubts. They're putting a doubt, samshaya is doubt, and then the doubt will be reconciled. So this is the formula for absorbing these truths. And we also, in the relationship with our Guru Maharaj, we would also be prompted to constantly ask questions. And even today, it's very encouraging for each other when we ask each other various questions. It's question and answer, question and answer. So here we've reached this chapter. So just to reiterate again, I'm saying so many times to create the impression of the staircase that we've walked through, so we'll have it impressed in our consciousnesses for life. So the first proposition of what is the ultimate goal of life is Varnashram Dham, then Nishkarm Karma Yoga, Sharanagat, then Gyan Mishra Bhakti, then Shunya Mishra Bhakti, then Prema Bhakti, then Dasya Sakya Vatsalya and Madhurya, or Krishna Kanta, or Kanta Prem. And then the Prem of Sri Radhika. What is her Prem? Because Radhika holds the highest love. She is the initiator of love for Krishna. That's why Mahaprabhu manifests his pastimes, so he can relish her love. So what is the nature of her love is the next question after this Kanta Prem. And then Ramananda Rai, through the prompting of Mahaprabhu, begins to explain what is Krishna Tattva, what is Radha Tattva, what is Prema Tattva, and what is Prem Vilas Vivart. And this is the sadhya. So in our reflection later on, we can constantly be reviewing the sadhya, because without the clear focus on the sadhya, why should you make the endeavor to make the journey if you don't know conclusively where you're going? We have to know conclusively. So the sadhya is paramount to appreciate. So this Prem Vivart Vilas, or Prem Vilas Vivart, needs to be studied repeatedly, because today we will have a certain appreciation of it. Tomorrow that appreciation will have deepened, and the next day, each day. This is the remarkable nature of this transcendental knowledge. It's never ever static. It's not like, yes, I know that, I've been there, I've done that. That's absurd. Everything is rolling forward. It's ecstatic. Otherwise, it's not a reality. If we find ourselves in our practices have come to some sort of plateau or static place, we should be very concerned that that quickly gets purified and we're encouraged to go deeper, go further. Love has no limit. It's like a fathomless ocean. And the more we actually delve into this ocean, the deeper we are going to be able to go. But we have to take the initiative. We have to have the greed. We have to have that constant enthusiasm. And principally, that comes from the gift of Mahaprabhu by Nam Bhajan. This Nam Bhajan is miraculous. It will stir the heart to enthusiasm daily, 100%. Every single day, our enthusiasm will be increasing and increasing and increasing. Then we will feel, yes, I am pleasing my Gurudev. If I feel even 10% I'm pleasing Gurudev, then my heart is peaceful. Then I'm happy. I can never please Gurudev. Gurudev's expectancy of us was so high. how can we come to that standard that he desired for us? But even if I reach 10% or 15%, then I will feel very satisfied in my heart. Yes, I'm progressing. Gurudev is there always. So to go deeper every day. And the way to progress is by questions and answers. This is the Abhidheya. So this is the section, the final section basically, that we're up to. Mahaprabhu is himself sharing the questions. And now we're into the question, what is the topmost knowledge? And there's many pages, there's many verses. What is the topmost knowledge? Without this education in what is gyan, what is knowledge, how can we erect the pillars of rasa tattva? Without knowledge, knowledge must be there of Shastra. So we can listen carefully to this praman for knowledge that we're going to hear in this chapter. So we're on page 210 of the Ramananda Raya Samvada book. So yesterday we reached the verse
211, Maharaj.
Oh, 211, sorry. That's my glasses. From the Garuda Purana, you said that verse?
Finished that.
We finished that. So I'll just read the translation from the verse that we read yesterday, in the middle of page 211. This Brahmanam Sahasrebhya Satra Yaji Vishishyate. Out of thousands of Brahmanas, one who is qualified to perform sacrifice is best. And out of many thousands of such qualified Brahmanas, one who is learned in the Vedanta is considered the best among all. Out of thousands of such knowledgeable Brahmanas, one who is a devotee of Lord Vishnu is the best. And out of many thousands of devotees of Vishnu, one who is a one-pointed Vaishnava is the best. Indeed, such an unalloyed Vaishnava certainly attains the supreme destination. So throughout Shastra, it's proclaiming that the Vaishnavas ultimately are they hold the ultimate crest jewels, which are the teachings of Rupa Goswami Pad, given in the heart by Sachinandan Gaurahari. There is no other higher teacher, higher teachings than this. All the way through, we look historically from the different ages. It's only Mahaprabhu who is giving this enormous gift of Braja Prem. So now we move forward. In Srimad Bhagavatam 3.13.4, it is stated,
Srutasya pumsam suchira shramasya nanam jasa suribhir iditokta tat gunanu shravanam mukunda padharavindam hridayeshu yesham.
O Muni, hearing the qualities of a devotee in whose heart the lotus feet of Sri Mukunda are always present, is the main fruit of one who has undergone long, hard endeavor in the study of the scriptures. This is the opinion of learned persons. And then again, in the Narayan Vyuha Stava, it is said,
Naham brahmapi bhuyasam tvad bhakti rahito hare tvayi bhaktastu kitopi bhuyasam janma janmasu.
I do not aspire to take birth as Brahma. If I am born as a Brahma devoid of devotion, if I am to be a Brahma devoid of devotion, I am praying to get the association of your devotees, even if I have to take thousands of births as an insect. Only this devotion, this bhakti to the Supreme, is going to satisfy the heart. Nothing else.
Swadharmanishta sata janma bhipuman virinchatam eti tata paramam himam avyakritam bhagavatota vaishnavam padam yataham vibhuda kalayaye.
Srimad Bhagavatam 4:24-29. Sri Mahadev says to Sri Maitreya, a person who properly executes his occupational duty or Varnashram Dharma for 100 births becomes qualified to occupy the post of Brahma. And if he becomes even more pious, he can approach me, Lord Shiva. A person who is an unalloyed devotee of Sri Vishnu is immediately promoted after death to the supreme destination, which is completely beyond the material universe. I myself, in my Rudra form, as well as other ruling demigods, attain these planets only after the destruction of this material world and our positions within it. So this pralaya or mahapralaya is the only time that the devas can attain something beyond this material world. The devas, we understand, are burning up their boga results, their credits, boga yoni. They're the species of pleasure, and they cannot attain bhakti from Swagaloka. So when the Mahapralaya takes place, then they have the opportunity to be reborn, or when their pious credits expire, they can take birth in this karma yoni atmosphere of this earthly planet, and then from here attain to the spiritual realms.
Shriyam anucharitim tadartinascha dvipadapatin vibudhamscha yat swapurna na bhajati nijabritya vargatantraha katam amum udvisrujet puman kritagnya.
By nature, Bhagavan is completely full of bliss. He does not care for the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, who always remains engaged in his service, or for the kings who perform everything to attain her favor, or for the other demigods. Despite this, he becomes dependent on his devotees. Aho, how could a person who is actually grateful be able to leave Sri Hari, who is such an ocean of mercy, even for a moment? So the fallacious idea that we actually fell from Vaikuntha or fell from the spiritual world is refuted here. If we are in front of Krishna, how for a single moment would we be able to leave such a divine audience? How would we leave Sri Krishna? So this is an absurd philosophy which is supported by no one in our Gaudiya line from Rupa Goswami down. There's only one society who propounds this bogus idea that we fell from the spiritual world. This means that they're not having an appreciation of the nature of the spiritual world. The nature of the spiritual world is only made of love. There is nothing else. They have no consciousness of the material energy. Jaivadharma chapter 16 is clearly saying this. Clearly. And this is in line with all the predecessor acharyas. So the idea that was concocted, completely concocted, because Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he never says this. We see in Canto 7, Chapter 1, verse 35, it's saying in the first paragraph of the purport, it is a fact that no one falls from Vaikuntha. How much more direct proof do we need of this truth? So, did we read the next one?
No.
In the words of Sri Brahma,
Tadastu me nata sabhuri bhago bhavetra tuva tirascham yenaham ekopi bhavach jananam bhutva nisheve tava pada pallavam.
this is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10, 14, 30. What I've just explained a little bit about Jiva Tattva is a part of the knowledge. Knowledge constitutes Jiva Tattva, Maya Tattva, Krishna Tattva, Shakti Tattva, etc. This is the constitution of knowledge. Therefore, O Bhagavan, I pray to be so fortunate that in this life or the next, whether I take birth as any kind of bird or beast, I may be a servant of any of your servants, and again be able to engage in devotional service to your lotus feet. There's nothing else except devotional service for the inspired, conditioned soul. In regard to Sri Prahlad being the best of all devotees, Sri Rudra says,
Bhakta eva hi tatvena Krishnam janati natvaham sarveshu hari bhakteshu prahladoti mahattamaha.
Skanda Purana. A devotee is one who understands Krishna in truth, these various tattvas that we're discussing. I am not among them. Amongst all of Sri Hari's devotees, Prahlad Maharaj is the best. I'll read that again. A devotee is one who understands Krishna in truth. I am not among them. Prahlad is feeling humbled. Amongst all of Sri Hari's devotees, Prahlad Maharaj is the best. Okay, in addition,
Kwaham raja prabhava isha tamodikesmin jata suretara kule kwa tavanukampa na brahmano natu bhavasya navai ramaya yanmerpita sirasi padmakara prasadaha.
this previous verse in Skanda Purana, I believe, is spoken by Mahadev himself. And he's saying in his humility that he is not a great devotee, but that Prahlad Maharaj is. So he's directing Narad to take shelter of Prahlad, not himself. So now this last verse was 7:9:26, which is again is Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj is saying, "Oh my Lord, just look at my position. I was born in a demoniac family full of the hellish material qualities of passion and ignorance. What is to be said of your causeless mercy? You are glorious. You offered your supreme mercy and kept your lotus hand on my head. This is the topmost reward and fully removes material miseries. You never did this for Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, or even Lakshmi Dev." So Prahlad Maharaj is expressing his amazement that he's been benedicted with this, even though he was born in such a low family of a demon race.
Bhavanti purusha loke madbhaktastvam anuvrataha bhavan me kalu bhaktanam sarvesham pratirupadrik.
Srimad Bhagavatam 7:10-21. Bhagavan Sri Nrsingadev is saying, "O my son Prahlad, the people in this material world who will follow your example will become my devotees. You are an ideal for all of my devotees." This is why Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he's told us that we should read this Prahlad Charita at least 100 times in our lives. He is the example of what quality? Nishta. This quality of Nishta is what Prahlad is demonstrating in his life. Absolute Nishta. The Pandavas are far superior even to Bhakta Prahlad.
Yuyam nriloke bata bhuri bhaga lokam punana munayo biyanti yesham grihan avasatiti sakshat bhudam param brahma manushya lingam sava ayam brahma mahatvim griya kaivalya nirvana sukhanubhutihi priya suhridva khalu matuleya Atmarahaniyo vidikrit guruscha.
So my Gurudev is walking through the steps described in Brihat Bhagavatamrita, when Narad is inquiring from the different personalities, who is that highest devotee? So the spiritual master of the demigods, Sri Narada Muni, said to the Pandavas, "O Yudhisthira, of all the people on this earth planet, your good fortune is exceedingly glorious, because the absolute truth, Parabrahm, the all-pervading Supersoul, has taken a human form and secretly lives in your palace. Great saintly persons who purify the entire creation, again and again visit you and your palace for his darshan. Greatly saintly persons continuously search for him, the Paramatma and Brahman. We say this verse, Ahobhagyam, Nanda Gopa, Adhoksajam. This verse. And the all peaceful embodiment of topmost ecstasy, who is completely devoid of even the slightest trace of Maya. That same Krishna, Sri Krishna, for whom they search, is your beloved friend, well-wisher, your maternal cousin, worshipful deity, obedient servant, and spiritual master. Indeed, he is like your very own self. Superior to the Pandavas are the Yadavas. Then it's the verse, isn't it?
Aho bhojapate yuyam janma bhajo nrunam iha yat pasyatyasahrit krishnam durdarsham api yoginam.
I'm just getting that verse. Aho bhagyam, Nanda Gopa Prajokshanam, Yanmitram Paramanandam, Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. So this is the verse that Narad is saying to the Pandavas. How greatly fortunate are Nanda Maharaj, the cowherd men, and all the other inhabitants of Brajbhumi. There is no limit to their good fortune, because the absolute truth, the source of transcendental bliss, the eternal supreme Brahm, has become their friend. So Narad is also quoting this verse in relationship to Nanda Baba, of how exceptionally great he is. So this is Bhagavatam 10:82-28. At the time of the solar eclipse at Kurukshetra, the assembled earthly kings said, O king of the Bhojas, Ugrasen, among all the men of this world, only the lives of you Yadus are truly successful. You are glorious, you are greatly blessed, because you continuously behold Sri Krishna, who is rarely visible even to great yogis. So this is the glorification of bhakti and those who have embraced pure bhakti. The Yadus, for example, are extremely fortunate personalities. They live with Krishna in Dwarka. They glorify him daily. So next verse.
Tadarshana sparshanupata prajalpa sayya sanasana sayuna sapinda bandha yesham grihe niraya vartmani vartatam vaha swargopavarga viramaha swayam asa vishnuhu.
Srimad Bhagavatam 10:82-30. O Ugrasen, you have marital and blood relationships with Sri Krishna. Not only that, you constantly see and touch him, and you walk, talk, sleep, sit, and dine with him. You are caught in the net of family affairs, which is the path to hell. But in your palace, the all-pervading Lord Vishnu, the mere darshan of whom makes one forget about residence in heaven and liberation, has taken one form and resides there with you. Uddhava is superior to the Yadus. So we're walking through this staircase that is described in the Brihat Bhagavatamrita. Actually begins with Dhruva Maharaj, this Sakam Bhakta. And then it comes to Prahlad Maharaj, who is a Siddha, but he's in Shantaras. His quality is Nishta, as we've described. And then following Prahlad Maharaj is Ambarish. Ambarish is a sadhak. He's not a siddha, but he's performing his bhajan in Braj. And then we have Hanumanji, who is a Rag Atmika, because his Atma is soaked in Rag. So Hanumanji, his exemplary devotion to Sri Ram is demonstrated. And then following Hanuman, we have the 5 Pandavas. This is, I forgot the name. And then after the Pandavas, we have Uddhav, this prematur, this very, very eager affection and love. But then after Uddhav even, then there are the Brijbasis, then it goes into a whole nother gradation. So this is the gradation that is given to us in Brihat Bhagavatamrita. But my Gurudev is going through these to show us the nature of knowledge. This is a question about knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of devotion. So who is the most devoted? Is it Prahlad? Is he the most devoted? Actually, beyond Prahlad, it's Ambarish. And then beyond Ambarish is Hanuman, etc., the Pandavas, Uddhav. And beyond Uddhav are the Brijbasis. And within the Brijbasis, there's gradation. There's the Dasya servants. And then there's the Sakas. Then there's Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba. And highest are the gopis. And amongst the gopis, there is Chandravali and Sri Radha. And amongst them, there is Sri Radha. So again, gradation. This makes it very simple for us to walk through these truths and capture them deeply. Okay, so Uddhav is superior to the Yadus.
Na tata me priyatama atma yonir na shankaraha na cha sankarshano na shri naivatma cha yata bhavan.
O Uddhav, as a premi bhakta, you are more dear to me than my son Brahma, than Shankar, than my real brother Balaram, and then Lakshmi, who is my wife. You are more dear to me than my own self. Krishna is expressing this. This is a stage for us to appreciate the highest stage. In Srimad Bhagavatam 11:16-29, Sri Krishna says, Tvam tu Bhagavat eshu aham. O Uddhav, you represent me amongst my premi bhaktas. Indeed, you are me. And also again in Srimad Bhagavatam 3:431, Nodavo api man nyuno. Uddhav, you are not even fractionally less than me. Krishna is proclaiming this. But superior to Sri Uddhav are the gopis of Braj.
Eta param tanubrito bhuvi gopavadvo govinda eva nikilatmani ruda bhavaha vanchanti yad bhava biyo munaya vayam cha kim brahma janmabhir anantakata rasasya.
Sri Uddhav prayed, of all embodied beings upon this earth, these gopis are certainly the best, and they alone are successful, because they have the utmost divine ecstasy named Mahabhav for the soul of all souls, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Their most exalted loving position is coveted not only by those who are desirous of liberation due to being afraid of material existence, not only by great saints and liberated Mukta Purushas, but also by devotees such as myself. However, we are unable to achieve it. If one cannot achieve the ras emanating from topics of the Katha of Bhagavan, then what is the benefit of taking birth again and again as Lord Brahma and having a lifespan of millions of births? What is the point? Unless we can appreciate this knowledge. The question is, Mahaprabhu is asking, what is knowledge? So this knowledge is being unpacked by my Gurudev very systematically here, going through the different gradations of devotion, because ultimately devotion, bhakti, knowledge of devotion, this is the principal knowledge that is the only worthwhile pursuit in this world. So in Brihat Vamana Purana, Sri Brahma says to Bhrigu and the other rishis,
Shashti varsha sahasrani maya taptam tapapuram nanda gopa vrajastrinam padarenu palabdyate tathapi namaya praptastasam vaipadarena vaha naham shivascha seshascha srischa tabi samakvachit.
although I performed severe austerities for 60,000 years to attain the dust of the Braja Gopis' lotus feet, I was unable to attain it. You should clearly understand that I, Brahma, Shankar, Shesha, Lakshmi, are not equal to the Braja Gopis. And the Braja Gopis engage in Parakiya Ras. These are the topmost respectable personalities in the universe, and they are glorifying the Braja Devis, the Braja Gopis. So what is the position of that Parakiya Ras? We should purify any misconception or hesitation about its nature and fully appreciate the surrendered mood that the gopis are able to demonstrate by leaving all of their material lives, their families, etc. This Shamshaya, the cutting off all material shackles and running to Krishna. Their love is the highest in existence. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, the highest exhibition of love is shown by the gopis of Vrindavan. This is our path. Our path is love alone. So we are looking at who holds the highest conception of love. And previous to this chapter, we talked about the under the guidance of the Sakhis. So this is a continuation of that understanding. It's only by the Sakhis, the Braja Gopis, this Gopi Anugatya. In the Adi Purana, Sri Bhagavan says,
Na tatame priyatamo brahma rudrascha parthiva na cha lakshmir na chatma cha yata gopi jano mama.
O Partha, Arjuna, not even Brahma, Shiva, Lakshmi Dev, or even my own self is as dear to me as the gopis of Braj. So understand, when Krishna is saying like this, he means it each time. He says that Uddhav is the greatest devotee, and he means that. He is the greatest devotee. But simultaneously, he will say to the Braja Devis, you are the greatest. You are my heart and soul. And he will even say amongst the gopis to each one individually, you are my heart and soul. And that is completely how Krishna feels. And the next one is also his heart and soul, and so on. So try to reconcile this. Among the Braja Gopis, Srimati Radhika is the most excellent, and Sri Krishna is indeed her dear most beloved. Taking her mood and complexion, he came as Sri Gauranga, whose topmost confidential servitor is Sri Rupa Goswami Pad. Sri Rupa's single-pointed followers are widely celebrated as Rupanugas, and he is described thus in Chaitanya Chandramrita.
Astam vairagya koti bhavatu samadhama kshanti maitradi kotihi tatvanudhyana kotihi bhavatu bhavatu va vaishnavi bhakti kotihi kotyam shopi asya nasyat tadapi gunagano yasvata siddha aste Srimas Chaitanya Chandra Priya Charana Nakha Jyotir Amoda Bhajam.
Persons who are receiving the bliss coming from the rays of the effulgent toenails of the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's beloved devotees are fully qualified with all transcendental qualities. This is our Guru Varga. The unlimited good qualities that are found in the devotees of Vishnu, such as strong renunciation, equanimity, sense control, forgiveness, and friendship with all living entities, even if multiplied millions of times, cannot be compared to a fraction of the transcendental attributes of those who are the recipients of the mercy of the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is knowledge. This is knowledge. Knowledge of who is a Vaishnava, knowledge of what is transcendental knowledge, what is transcendental prem. All what we have been through in this Ramananda Raya Samvada, this is all the fundamental structure of knowledge. This is what we need to be well versed and very familiar with. We should go through this many times, have it inscribed, have the whole sequence very, very clear. of what is divine transcendental knowledge. Now we come to the third question. What is the greatest treasure?
Okay. 246 or 247. संपत्तिरा मध्य जीवेर कौन संपत्ति गनी राधा कृष्ण प्रेम यार से बड़ा धनी.
Sriman Mahaprabhu asked, of all the different varieties of riches, what is the greatest treasure of the jiva? Sri Ramananda Rai replied, whoever possesses the wealth of prem to Sri Radha and Krishna is the wealthiest. So now, commentary, my Gurudev. In this world, the jivas possess many sorts of wealth, but these material riches are destructible. From the ancient past till now, they have not given anyone any real happiness, nor shall they ever do so in the future. Never mind the ordinary jivas, Indra's opulences, and Lord Brahma's own planet are destructible, and thus are merely fleeting. This whole universe will destruct at the time of the Mahapralaya. The demigods, they live for 307, 308 million years, one Manvantara. And then when that Manvantara is concluded, a whole new set of demigods will manifest. So the demigods are not eternal. No, nothing is eternal. What to speak of riches in this world? When we appreciate the eternality, the splendor and power of our eternal selves, anything material is completely insignificant. Such wealth may be destroyed at any moment, yet whoever possesses the wealth of prem to Sri Radha and Krishna is truly the wealthiest person. Even if today someone is very wealthy, actually in a moment their wealth can be lost. The banks, etc. in the world, they can close, they can fold, they can just collapse.
Share market crashes.
Yes, share market crashes. So many things can happen on the planet. Why can we depend for a moment on any material wealth? If you have material wealth, invest it in supporting Krishna's teachings in the world. Even Swayam Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, who is the wealth of the wealthy, personally runs behind such a person. In actual fact, such a premi bhakta is able to bestow his incalculable wealth of prem upon another and make him completely happy forever, like Sri Guru. He can do like that. The suffering jiva is full of material desires to enjoy and is totally addicted to matter. He pursues sense gratification and so considers the attainment of material wealth to be his primary duty, isn't it? All governments are pushing economic development, etc. This is the principal idea of governments generally, and so many will fall in line behind this. But if one comprehensively deliberates upon the various categories of wealth, which with subtle spiritual discrimination, then factually no other wealth can compare to the wealth of prem for Sri Radha and Krishna.
Okay. Kim alabhyam bhagavate prasanne Sri Niketane tatapi tatpara rajan nahi vanchanti kinchana.
Srimad Bhagavatam 10:39-2. O Parikshit, is there anything unattainable for those devotees who have pleased Sri Krishna, who is the shelter of Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune? Such devotees can obtain whatever they may fancy, even though they do not desire anything. Those devotees can attain anything. Now, another question. I think it's the fourth question. What is the greatest distress?
8:247 Dukkha madhye kon dukkha haya gurutara Krishna bhakta viraha vina dukkha nahi deki para.
Sriman Mahaprabhu asked, of all kinds of unhappiness, which is the most distressful? Sri Ramananda Rai replied, Separation from the devotee of Sri Krishna is truly the greatest misery. There is no suffering worse than this. Only those who know the essence of bhakti can really know the glories of the devotees of Sri Krishna, and they alone can appreciate the association of a devotee as being the supreme gain. No one else can understand this. Only a devotee can understand the conception of separation from another Vaishnava, from Guru. Only a devotee can understand this.
Swajivanadika prartaya Sri Vishnu Jana Sangate Vichedena Kshanan Chatra Na Sukhamsam Labhamahe.
Brihat Bhagavatamrita 1.5.54. Maharaj Sri Yudhisthira said, in fact, the association of devotees of Bhagavan Sri Krishna is more precious to us than our own life. On the other hand, due to separation from those very devotees in this world, we cannot get even a moment of happiness now. Krishna says elsewhere,
Mam anaradya dukaratta kudumbhasakta manasaha satsanga rahito matyo vriddha seva parichyuta.
one who fails to worship me, who is overly absorbed in material life, who does not stick to the path of devotional service, who does not affiliate with saintly personalities, and who does not serve his elders, is a most unhappy fellow. So without this ingredient of seva to the Vaishnavas, seva to Sri Hari, our life is miserable. Now we'll just do this last one. Who is truly liberated?
248. Mukta madhye kon jiva mukta karimani Krishna prema yara se mukta shiromani.
Sri Mahaprabhu then said, out of all liberated persons, which jiva should be accepted as truly liberated? Ramananda Roy replied, he who has prem for Sri Krishna is the crown jewel of all liberated persons. Only prem is the wealth and what counts in who is truly liberated. The real meaning of mukta, or liberated soul, is one who is freed from material bondage. Those fortunate persons in whom Krishna Prem is present are factually the crown jewels among liberated personalities. Parikshit Maharaj has said,
Muktanam api siddhanam narayana parayanaha sudhurlabha prasantatma kotishvapi mahamune.
Srimad Bhagavatam 6.14.5. O great sage, even out of millions of perfected and liberated persons, it is very difficult to meet a Mahapurush who is completely and exclusively dedicated to Bhagavan. Such a Premi Bhakta day and night remains immersed in the pure nectar of Krishna Prem, and by continually savoring that indescribable nectar, he becomes forgetful of his own body.
Jai prema bhayo mana mohana se vanai choda diya sabara ghara bhara bhava vibhora rahe nishi dina aura nayana bahata avirala dhara masta rahe alamasta rahe bhake piche dolata nanda ko lala sundara aisa bhakta ke hita Bahu Bauhe Prasarata Madana Gopala.
Those who have love and affection for Madan Mohan, Sri Krishna, leave everything for him, including wife, children, relatives, and home. They are always sinking in love and affection for him, and due to that love, tears continually flow from their eyes. Such devotees are always blissful, and Sri Krishna always follows behind them, wherever they may go. Madan Mohan, Sri Krishna, waits to embrace such devotees with arms wide open. This describes Sri Krishna Akashani Tasa. Krishna is attracted himself to those Premi Bhaktas. A Krishna Premi Bhakta is factually liberated in the above manner. So all of these descriptions of who is liberated. So we'll stop here today and continue the questions and answers tomorrow, Saturday. So very remarkable to consider all these questions as being part of the abhideya, part of the gift of knowledge that Mahaprabhu is presenting for the jiva's welfare. Once we know what is knowledge, who is truly liberated, these other considerations, we're coming to what is the greatest song, what is the most glorious act, etc. All of these constitute pure knowledge, and that knowledge is a jewel, a wealth, the wealth of the conditioned jivas. So Sri Raya Ramananda Samvada ki jai. Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Gau Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhu Bevacha, Patitanam Pavnebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha.